Hello and welcome to quadratic expression in the vertex form, in which we take in quadratic formula as well. Again, it's as a high tier iGCSE GCSE type question, and it says 6x plus 9 minus x squared is equal to q minus into x minus p all squared. And on the left hand side, we've got a quadratic expression in the standard form. On the right hand side, we got the same expression in the vertex form here. Anyway, moving on, the question then says where p and q are integers. Now, part A then says find the value of q and p. To do that, we need to express the original expression in the form minus into x squared minus 6x minus 9. Okay, so now to change this from the standard form to the vertex format, we need to look at the coefficient of x, in this case minus 6 here, and half the coefficient of x is minus 3. So we're going to utilize or use the principle of completing the squares, in which case our expression then becomes open square brackets x minus 3 all squared minus 9 minus 9. Now, this minus 9 in red is because when you expand the inner bracket there, you get x squared minus 6x plus 9. Now, in this expression here, there is no plus 9, so we need to remove plus 9, hence minus 9 there. And minus 9 minus 9 gives us minus 18. When we open up the outer bracket, we have that plus 18 minus x minus 3 all squared, in which case the value of q is 18 and the value of p is 3. Now, this is important. Now, moving on, it then says calculate the discriminant. And to find the discriminant, we look at b squared minus 4ac. We'll go back to the original expression now. So, in which case b is 6 and minus 4, and then the coefficient of the coefficient of x squared is minus 1, which is a, and then we've got c, the constant 9. So we end up with this one here. 6 squared minus 4 times minus 1 times plus 9, that's equal to 72, and that's a positive number, which indicates that if we do sketch a graph of this expression, we expect to find that the graph cuts the x-axis at 2 points. Okay, right. For part C, it then says sketch the curve of y is equal to 6x plus 9 minus x squared. Go back to the original expression now, or if you like, or plus 18 minus x minus 3 all squared. Now we need to find critical points. Now the first critical point is going to be the vertex. Now the vertex is going to be the value pq, and we know that p is 3 and q is 18, so the vertex is going to be the point 3, 18. We now need to find where the curve cuts the x-axis, and that will be we can find that by using using b squared with the quadratic formula again, which is this one here. We already know that b squared minus 4ac is 72, so we need to find the square root of 72 there. Now 2a, a is minus 1, so 2 times minus 1 will give us minus 2, so this is what we've got here. Now, if we divide minus 6 by minus 2, we get 3. If we divide plus or minus 8.485 by minus 2, we get minus plus 4.243, in which case the graph cuts the x-axis at the point minus 1.24 and point plus 7.24 there. So our three critical points would then be 318, minus 1.240 and 7.240. Now these two indicate where the graph cuts the x-axis from the quadratic formula. Now we need to find one more critical point, and this is where the graph cuts the y-axis. Now, when x is 0, y is 9. So the next critical point will be the point 0, 9. So we've now got all our 4 critical points. Now we can now sketch our graph, which must show 318 minus 1.240, 7.240, and 0, 9. And this is our graph here. Now in the exam, you must write down these critical points: the vertex and where the curve cuts the axis. Now I hope all that made some sense, and please subscribe. Thank you for watching.